take you back a little bit and give you some background in terms of, you know, where change management started. Okay, so we have the father of change management, Kurt Lewin. He explained to us the 3 steps of change. This was back in 1947. The first step, he said that, you know, you unfreeze the change, you know. Then you go on to carry out the change, you know, and you refreeze. All right. We know that this is a very simple, you know, very simple way of looking at it, a very ordered way. But when you come to some of the projects that you deal with, you know that change is agile and liquid, and there are simultaneous changes happening all the time. So Kurt Lewin and its application, you know, in this current environment that you're aware of, might not be the best. Okay, let me explain to you a little bit further. Okay, so change management has changed. I will delve a little bit more into John Cotter with his 8 stages of change. The first stage being establishing a sense of urgency, creating a guiding coalition, developing a vision and strategy. 4th stage, communicating the change vision, empowering the broad-based action, generating short-term wins, consolidating gains and producing more change, and anchoring new approaches in the culture. All right, more relevant. Okay, seems a bit familiar, right? Okay, it didn't lose its essence. That's John Cotter for you. So just a little bit of history for you right there. Now, as you are project professionals, the majority of you, when you hear establish a sense of urgency, create a guiding coalition, this is basically what you think of. Okay, what activities should I have in place in the project plan, you know? And you almost try to make it like a tick box exercise. All right, we will unravel that this is not the case. It can be simplified within the HCM box structure that we have for you, and that we will present to you in the latter stages. Okay, so just a bit of history for you right there. I've delved into Kurt Lewin. I've spoken to you about the 3 stages of you know, of change that he inspired. I've also delved in John Cotter, the 8 stages of change management. And Darrell Corner, for you, this is the gentleman who coined the burning platform. All right. So before you make any changes, what is the burning platform? What are some of the pressing issues that need to be addressed? And this informs the change that needs to happen. That's Darrell Corner. So all these people were part of the first generation. They do still influence other generations of change management. But you find that they were very simplified, you know, very structured in the way that they do things. And then we moved on to the new generation. They inspired the new generation frameworks. And these new generation frameworks are really like your, you know, your professional services companies, you know, the big 5 as they call them. They inspired this. They put in place, you know, change management that was for specialists. You know, you had big teams of change managers. There was a bit of academic inspiration. Some of them even had bodies that just had professors coming up with concepts around change management. And you also find that the language was quite hermetic, you know, consulting language. And it was quite prescriptive in terms of what you need to do. All right. And we all know some of the frustrations that some of you feel, because you know that you cannot come with a pre-packaged solution to any change management approach. Okay, so I think everyone got to thinking, you know, people, you know, like, you know, HUCMI, they started thinking around the 3rd generation of change management. You know, there's a little bit more, you know, how can it be made simple? What can we do to make this applicable for everyone, you know? So they also inspired the ACMP in coming up with a new model. And that's when we start off the particular edition, this edition that I have right here, okay, in 2012, which really laid down the foundation for HCM BOK as we have it today. In 2013 as well, the Project Management Institute formally recognized change management as a 10th knowledge area. Okay, they realized that there is, besides budget and costs, there is that additional element of the stakeholder that needs to be managed. So that came to the fore in 2013 when they actually realized that change management is a discipline on its own right there. Okay, and now what we find is that with the third generation of change management, it's really change management for all. So we don't have that genie that we had in the earlier slides that we presented to you. It's a practical approach and activity-oriented objective, strategy management of change, and what to do and how to do it. All right, so not as prescriptive. It doesn't have the special language that we had in the second generation, and is really something that anyone can actually learn and also get to apply. All right, which leads me to my next slide. So with change management 3.0, third generation, you are the protagonist. Okay, you are reaching organizational changes through human changes. All right, you are impacted by change. You can make the change happen within your particular area. You are responsible for change management, and that's what this slide